Hi, this is Randy here with RC Car Reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the Traxxas Summit. This is technically a 1/10 scale model, but I think it's more 1/8 just because of its pure size. I mean, like, everything about this car is big. The tires, the ground clearance, as you can see, that's really high. The width is as long as, like, the length of a slash 4x4 1/10 scale, so it's really big and long, and the length and whatnot. As you can see, just the wheel compared to the size of my hand, it's huge. I can barely go all the way around it. It does have a really high clearance to get over bigger rocks and stuff, but it doesn't make it that much, because of the high center of gravity. It's really heavy, so it kind of weighs it down a little bit when you're actually driving. Everything is kind of located in the central chassis right here. You got your motor, transmission, ESC, inboard shocks, radio control. This one has a lot of servos. It has 4 for the lights and steering and whatnot. You can find lights up front, and then in the back, right there, and then also on top of the body. This body is really cool. I like it a lot because you got the kind of this caged-looking thing, exoskeleton. But whenever you're running, the lights will be on. So that's kind of a bummer. You can't just switch them off to save a little bit more power. And then you got the Titan motor. No sticker on it, but just the typical motor. Got one of my favorite parts about this is the inboard shocks, because they're enclosed like this. They're a lot more protected. And you also get a lot amount of suspension, as you can see here. I'll post some more raw driving videos on YouTube here soon. So, yeah, it kind of keeps them a bit more protected. You just got the push rods, but this has really good rotation, or whatever you want to call it. But this is a really big vehicle, and it's really heavy, so a lot of times when you're driving, the back is going to be sagged a lot. Whichever way you're turning, the G-forces are obviously going to tilt it back and forth, so you might want to stiffen up the suspension a little bit. Yeah, the suspension is really soft. I bought this used, but like when you go brake, like the entire front goes down, or when you give it a lot of gas, like the entire back goes down, and then when you're turning, it's a lot towards like one wheel or stuff or something. But this is a really good all-around car. Here, let me show you a little bit about the remote. Just a regular Traxxas Link TQI. It's got your 2 gears, low speed and then high speed. Low speed is like really low for going over rocks and stuff, but even coming up to the rocks, you probably want to have it in second. It's that slow, and you hear the RPM rev limiter really soon in first gear. So I'd leave it in second most of the time. You got your pretty typical settings and stuff, and then you got your locking differential switch that can toggle between unlocked, all locked, and rear locked. So that's kind of useful to kind of keep the wheels from spinning a lot when you're going over really high stuff. Well, it's a really good all-around car. It's really not great at anything. Like, it's not the best rock crawler, but it's also really fast. But it can crawl over a lot more stuff than maybe like my Slash or any other cars that I've ever had. But it's also really fast on dirt, a lot faster than a lot of other rock crawlers. Because a lot of other rock crawlers, they're independent suspension, or not independent, just single suspension. But this one's independent, but you still get as much movement from the tires and whatnot as a lot of solid suspension would. And this one also goes a lot faster, probably high speed about 20. But because of all this electronics and the lights, and because it's so heavy, it's going to need a lot more power to move around. So you're going to have 2 batteries, which these are your battery cases right here. As you can see, there's 2 of them on each side, and they're ventilated right through here.